One thing that is bad for a house is to have water go into the house where it's not planned. That's one reason you have rain gutter systems, to channel the water down and away from the house instead of wherever. In this case, if you look up here, it's leaking from the top of the rain gutter, and it's not coming out down here out of the downspout. That tells me that it's clogged. So this episode, we're going to show you how to clean the rain gutter out. Not necessarily a fun job, but it's a good thing to get done. If we're going to go on the roof to clean the rain gutter out, then we've got to have a way to get up there. For us, that's a ladder. A couple of things about ladders. You can have a step stool. This is actually an A-frame ladder, but this one's not tall enough for me to get onto the roof. So for that one, we use this one, which is an extension ladder. This is called an extension ladder because, not surprisingly, it extends. And it's got a pulley here and some mechanical holders here that let me take it up to a certain level and then stop it. So I'm actually going to go up one more. And there's one other thing about ladder safety that I want you to know. These need to be at the right angle. Probably the easiest way to tell if you're at the right angle is you'll see the steps that are in here are at a certain level. That one, they're formed in there at the right level, at the right angle. So generally it's a 4-to-1 angle that you want. For every 4 that you go up, you got 1 coming out. So this looks like it's a little too steep from where I've got it. So I'm going to go up there, and I'm just eyeballing it on these steps being level. You'll also notice up at the top, I've gone up above, so that way I can just climb right to the top of the ladder and step onto the roof. And that's the easiest way to do it. In fact, I'm going to move it over to where it's by the side of that other level, because then I got a handhold that I can put my hand on to rest it as well. For an extension ladder, these mechanical attachments are what lock it from sliding back down and also unlock it when you're going to shorten it again. So you unlock it by pulling it up. In this case, those little red flippers stop it from latching, and then go back down. And if you want to latch it, then you take it down up to just there, and then it lands on the seat here, and it won't go further. So on an extension ladder, that's how those work. So when we get up to the roof, you'll notice in the rain gutter is all this crud. That's what we got to get cleaned out. Over there, where it's not as prone to leaves, it's just asphalt grains off the shingles that are filling the bottom of the rain gutter. But over here, where we get leaves, that's what blocks the flow more than the asphalt. While we're up here on the roof, I want to show you a couple things about what you would call a roofing system. But it's just the things that are on your roof. These black vents are just that. In your attic, in most pitched roof houses, so houses that have an angle to them, like you can see our neighbors over there, they have a bunch. We've got 4 here. These are vents to the attic. They keep moisture from going in, but they also let the airflow come out because you want to have circulation in your attic. This, if you go to your bathroom, and you know it kind of smells when you use the toilet, right? You turn the fan on to suck the air out. Well, this is where it comes out, in our house at least. Those vents will vent through this pipe with the fan that blows the air out, in that case, to get circulation, both to get moisture out of the bathroom and also to get that bad smell out after you take a dump. One of my favorite things about our house here happens to be this tree. When we bought this house and moved in 13 years ago, it was a lot smaller than it is now. I love the shade that it provides. The drawback is what you can see on the rain gutter below. This sheds branches. That is really good mulch for gardening, but it probably has a lot of seeds in it for this type of tree. So you can see right down here, this is the downspout here, and that was all clogged up. And it's still more stuff here. And so we're going to go back and scrape all that out, and that'll be cleaning the rain gutter out. Whenever you're on a roof, you got to be very careful, particularly around the edges. I'm never going to walk right up to the edge. Personally, I will always want to sit down and be on my butt when I'm by the edge. I'm less likely to fall. Your center of gravity is lower when you do that. Even when I'm leaning forward like this, I'm trying to keep a handless. I need both, but you got to keep your center of gravity over by the house side so that you are at less risk of falling off. We don't want you falling off. All right, stepsons, we got to go see now whether the rain gutter clean out actually worked, because it's raining out here right now. So I want to see or show you what it looks like. Now up there, it's still, you can see there's still crud on the top of the rain gutter. But since we cleaned out the downspout, there's some new branches on that. But you can see the water's coming out down here at the bottom now. Let's go check the front one too, and we'll see if that is. Remember that time we actually could see it dripping down on the front because it was melting snow that wasn't draining. But now we can see we've got water coming out down the downspout. There is a little bit of drippage that's not coming through the rain gutter. That's just dripping down the side of the rain gutter, and it's very little compared to what it was before. So our rain gutter clean out actually has worked, and that's a good thing. Stepsons, I hope you learned something about rain gutter in this episode. So we saw how when the snow was melting, it was leaking, dripping down because the drain was plugged. All of the leaves that land in the rain gutter decay. They make a really good mulch, but that's not what they're supposed to do there. That's the drainage system for the roof, and when it's clogged, it doesn't drain the way it's designed. So hopefully now we've taken care of that, and hopefully you've learned something about that. Not only the rain gutter system, but also other components of a roof on a house. Always remember the things I want you to learn. First of all, you can succeed even though your dad may not be in your daily life. Part of that success is going to be because you choose to do things maybe differently than your dad did. But the main lesson I want you to know when you watch these videos is to know that I'm thinking about you, I care about you, and that I love you. And I will see you on the next video. Puts the ladder back by himself. Just okay.
2, 1, go.
You've already started. What are you giving me a countdown? Did you get me falling?